Fire!
Hello YouTube, Tylord here with my very first video with my tutorial series. I have an entire world set up to go over introductory all the way through advanced commands. I also have specific commands for game making because they don't really fit into any of the other categories. I'll also have a sandbox set up to go over any specific questions you guys have over how something works that I can't fit into regular videos. So if I go into the introductory portion, I'll go over to the first part of this, which goes over the /gp, the /give, and the /summon commands. If you type in /help into your word bar, and then follow that by the name of a command, say summon, then press enter, it gives you a syntax. A syntax is the basic way that a command is written. However, this can be very hard to follow at times, so I have a simplified version of it. Here we have /TP, which is the command that you use to teleport people, the player or players that you wish to teleport, and the location that you wish to teleport those players. The main difference in teleporting commands is teleporting someone with chords or teleporting someone relative to their own location. If I open up this command, we have /TP, my name, Tylord2894, then 3 sets of numbers. These are a player's chords that you wish to teleport them to. So this is their X, their Y, and their Z position that you want them to have. So if you press the button, I am teleported up here because I, the player specified, am teleported to that position. Next we have teleporting relative to a player's location. If you notice, I'm not using my name anymore. I'm using @p. It's one of 4 selectors that we have, and it simply is saying the nearest player. I'm going to go over selectors in a later video, just simply know what these mean. You'll also notice that I don't have sets of numbers anymore. I have little squiggly lines. These are called tildes, and they're saying maintain a position. So this squiggle is saying maintain the nearest player's X position whenever you teleport them. This is saying maintain their Y position, and this last one is saying don't maintain their Z position, but add 1 onto it. If I put a negative in front, it's saying subtract 1. So, and this number can be as high as you want, but I'm just going to keep it at 1 for simplicity's sake. So if I press the button, I'm pushed back 1 block because that's adding 1 to my Z coordinate. As you can see, the TP command is pretty simple, but very useful. Next I have the /give command. The /give command has a lot more to it, but it's not that hard to get a hold of. You need /give in front always, from the player or players that you wish to give an item to, the item that you wish to give those players, the quantity of items, the damage that you want those items to have, and then data tags, if any. And I'll go over what a data tag is. You have your basic give command. You have /give, the player, and then the item, in this case a wooden sword. If you'll notice, I don't have those other numbers or a data tag as I said earlier. That's because if you don't have it, then the understood value is a quantity of 1, a damage of 0, with no data tag. So if I press the button, I am given 1 wooden sword. Now we can give multiples simply by putting on a number to the end. In this case, 5, which will give me 5 wooden swords. So if I press the button, I'm given 5 wooden swords. Next is giving damaged items. The rest of the command stays the same. I just add another number on, in this case a damage value. This 30 is saying the item that you give this player should be damaged as if it were used 30 separate times. And so if I press the button, I'm given an item that's given roughly 37 uses, or 30 uses. This is useful if you want to give a really good item to a player that they can only use once or twice. I'll post a link saying the website that you can find all the durability values for each item, wooden swords all the way up to diamond pickaxes. Finally, we have data tags. We have all the command stays the same, exactly the same as we had it, but now we have this little extra chunk of information. A data tag is simply saying the item that you give someone should have some kind of special characteristic, in this case, an enchantment. You always open a data tag with a curly bracket and close it with a curly bracket. What's inside depends on what you want the special piece of information to be. I have enchant for the enchantment ID. So we have enchant, colon, square bracket, curly bracket, and you have to follow this pattern exactly or the enchantment ID, the enchantment data tag will not work. Next you have ID, colon, and then 16. 16 stands for sharpness, and I'll also post a link saying all of where you can find all the different values for enchantment IDs. Next you need a comma, an LVL for level, then a colon, and then a number. That number is completely up to you. It can be a 3, it can be a 5, it can be a 2,957. You're not limited to the 1 through 10 as you are with anvils and enchanted books. You can go as high as you want, but I'm just going to keep it at a 3. And I'm given a sharpness 3 wooden sword, just like I said I would. Finally, we have the /summon command. The /summon command consists of /summon, the entity that you want to summon, the location that you want to summon it, and then data tags. You can summon friendly creatures and hostile creatures. In this case, we're going to summon a cow. Remember that a location can be given using coordinates or using tildes. I'm going to use tildes because it was faster to type. And also remember that in the /TP command, the tildes meant relative to the player's location. But for any other command, it's always relative to the command block's location. In this case, I'm going to have the cow spawn 1 block above the command block. And there it is. We don't want cows running around. Next, we have hostile mobs. In this case, a zombie. Same setup, just a different entity. If you press the button, there's the zombie, and now the zombie's gone. Finally, I want to go over falling sand. I'm going to go over falling sand more in depth because it can be pretty tricky to get a hold on, but I just want to go over it because it's a pretty fun thing to know. You have /summon, falling sand, both need to be capitalized with no spaces. Then I want to summon it 5 blocks up, and then you need a very simple data tag. It's the time data tag, which allows the block to fall. You have time capitalized with a colon and then a 1. That's all you need. And make sure you open it and close it with curly brackets. And if I press the button, there's the falling sand. And it falls, and it breaks because it falls onto a sign. It's just like if sand were to fall naturally, but in this case, you're summoning it. And that's all that I have for the video today. Make sure you like and subscribe us if you found this helpful and accurate.